What's up, guys? It's the Cheapster here, back with another video, and today we've got an interesting one. So the time has come that I need to cut my hair. I've been growing my hair out now for, I think it's been like a year and a half. I haven't had it actually even trimmed in a long time, so it's time that I need to get it cut, and there's a reason I'm gonna have to cut it. I'm gonna have to cut it off. There's a reason for a video that is coming up I'll be explaining soon. But today, I've got to cut it off, and what I thought was, as the Cheapster, what's the best way for me to cut my hair? And I thought, what if I try to sell my hair to be as cheap as possible to actually make money off selling my hair, the ultimate side hustle, cutting your hair off and making money out of it. I want to see kind of what it is and if it's possible to do, especially as a guy when you don't have a ton of hair, or I didn't grow it out completely down to a huge length where I can just snip it and still have long hair. So I thought it would be interesting to see what the process is like, take you guys along with it and see how possible is it to actually make money selling your hair. But it is definitely bittersweet today losing the hair. It's been something I've wanted to grow my hair out like pretty long for a while. Obviously, I've been doing this for so long, trying to grow it out. I was so ready for the beach fives, long hair beach fives. I even got my Hurley shirt on today. It's not even summer yet. It's not even spring yet. So I'm going to lose it before that. But there's a good reason. Like I said, I'll be telling you guys what that is in a later video. That's going to be pretty big change to some things going on with me, and a pretty big video that I'm going to do on that. But definitely bittersweet because I'm going to be losing it. But it is also kind of nice to think about not having long hair for get ready in the morning. It's gonna be so much faster to not have to do so much washing my hair and save money because I'm not gonna have to use as much water and shampoo and stuff. So that's gonna be nice. But okay, so what is the first step to trying to sell your hair? So from what I've read so far, it looks like what you can usually do, probably the best way to try to sell it is to sell on a marketplace, like a hair selling marketplace, or even just eBay, because eBay also does hair. But the first thing that I need to do is I actually need to take it in the longest strands like this and put a ponytail on it and then clip it from there so I can have as much length out of all the sections of my hair as possible. And since I'm basically cutting my hair completely off, I can take it down pretty much right there, as low as it'll go to as long as his hair can be. And I think most of my hair is close to a foot long, so about 12 inches. So a decent size for being able to sell it, because I think usually the minimum is like 8 inches or something. So if I can get most of this 12 inches, it's gonna be pretty thick. But yeah, so that first step is getting that ponytailed and cutting it and seeing what kind of length and stuff we get from that point. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so my wife is gonna help me do my hair. She's gonna put up in ponytails for me. Got these today from the dollar store, of course. Little elastic rubber bands, a 600 count, which is exactly what I need for all my hair. Start getting ponytails to see how much length we can get. You're more the expert on this.
Yeah, I'm a professional
at
cutting hair. Yeah, no. These ponytails are so tiny, so hopefully we can section it off well.
What do you think, Tyson?
You would...
He wants those. You must see what those are.
What do you think?
We'll tie your hair up too. All right, is this a good angle?
Yeah, it's a great camera angle.
I look like a Furby. Of course, my hair is like super curly today too, so it's gonna make it more difficult to put it up. Top of the head view of the hairstylist.
Yeah, hi.
I was thinking if you could do it spun up with a few barrettes.
You want an updo?
Think like we could use the barrettes from our wedding.
Oh,
that looks like a mullet.
It's like a little overwhelming. You have so much hair. We need to show, let me put it in a ponytail to show the thickness. Okay, this is, I'm trying to show the thickness. It doesn't really do it justice. It's very thick. There's a lot of hair here, so we're gonna be working on this for a while. Literally have so much hair. You look so pretty.
Well, now that you do it like this, I don't want to cut it off. I look like a Disney princess.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of hair paraphernalia over here. So we got Scoonchies, Swissco, ow,
Sorry.
Elastikies.
Really?
Wow.
I got this stuck in your hair.
What's stuck in my hair?
The elastic.
You're cutting my hair before we even get a haircut. Okay.
Yeah.
The next shot's gonna be, okay guys, my wife just cut my hair off and this didn't work. Thanks for watching. Look, I don't really care how you do it. But if you do it wrong,
you don't know how
it's your fault. You owe me money. You have to buy my hair. All right, it's starting to look like a Christmas star. We're Medusa. All right, we're halfway there. So we're going handheld for a second.
Okay.
Show your work.
Wait, I don't know how to flip the camera.
You can't flip it.
Okay, here we go. Looks great. In my professional opinion. We've got 5 ponytails right now, and then I'm gonna do another one. Looking pretty as ever.
Elizabeth just said, if I had this hair, I said, you can. For the price of $500.
Yeah. It's perfect. There's no split ends or anything. It is so nice.
Herbal Essence repair shampoo.
I use the same shampoo.
All I've used.
Look at my ends. They're terrible.
One of the things I didn't mention yet either is with looking into what to do with your hair and how you can sell it and stuff or even donate it, talked about it talked about having virgin hair, which as far as I understand is just you haven't used any kind of heat on it or chemicals or like dyes or anything like that. Now my shampoo has sulfates, I think. Doesn't have parabens, but has sulfates. That was like one of the problems I read, but that's the only thing that I've done. I haven't done any kind of dyes or heat or anything like that. So I think it's considered virgin hair, but we'll figure that more out once we get it all cut off and I look more into the selling. Actually, one of the things too it says is to make sure that the hair is not wet, because if the hair is wet, then it will get moldy and that's where it will really deteriorate before it even gets made into a wig. Which I forgot to mention, like that's the whole point of all this, is you sell the hair to somebody to make it into a wig, in case people didn't know that. Like it's not just because people want to buy your hair. It's not like feed pictures. Like people don't just want to buy your hair to look at it.
I do.
It's like, what is going on?
It's okay, buddy.
Tyson, what's happening? Boom.
Okay, last one. 13.
Nice.
So we came under.
Lucky number 13.
We came under the
Definitely
15.
means we're going to be able to sell it.
Okay, so we got 13. And goodness gracious, his hair. So pretty. Look at this. Look at that curl. It's like, it's perfect in every way. Some aren't so pretty, but most of them are amazing.
I love having pretty hair.
It's what every guy wants.
To hear how pretty their curly hair is. I'm cutting it off. I don't want to be pretty anymore. I want to be ugly.
You with the prettiest little pigtails. Okay, now for the scary part, we have to cut it.
It's not really scary when I'm cutting it off.
I
so
know, but
what
if someone doesn't buy it because they make a mistake?
All right, so we decided to double layer the bands because I'm worried it's gonna fall out. It feels kind of loose, but I'm also a guy that doesn't really know hair ties, so maybe they just stay in. It feels like I'm just kidding. If you want to test your marriage, guys, have you sit down for like an hour and put little tiny rubber bands in your hair.
After this, can you play with my hair?
Yep. I'll play with it.
No.
All this stuff.
It always feels
all
so
these
good.
torture devices here.
Okay, now starts the snip snip.
That's not what I asked for. I asked for my haircut. Should I just do one of those transitions for suddenly my hair is gone?
Yeah. I need to take a moment.
I don't think we're going to do the snap transition. It's going to be too long of a process.
Okay, when he started to grow his hair out, there were some really rough phases. And now it looks so...
Are you giving my hair a eulogy?
Yes. But it's just been looking so good recently.
No going back after that. That feels like you're cutting my brains. That does not feel natural. That feels like...
Oh my god!
It feels like you just cut like an appendage off my body. There's so much cutting.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
Oh my word. It's so long!
That's weird to see.
What?
Tyson's next to me after she cut that. He just went, ooh. He's so concerned over there. Last one.
Oh.
All right. Pretty good haircut.
Oh my god.
All right, so let's look at what we got. That is a lot of hair.
That's a very lot of hair.
Seeing it laid out is kind of crazy.
Okay, for the full shot here.
I recommend my barber. She did a great job.
Just.
I especially like this little wing. I can't even see.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have outdone myself.
Don't do that.
It looks great. We got a little mullet going on.
I got a mullet. Now let's see what Tyson thinks. Hey. Oh, he looks so mad.
Where's Daddy?
He's like, Dad, are you okay? What'd they do to you? It's okay, buddy. My hair's gone. Oh no. You want to be next? All right, get in the chair, bud. Get up there. You ready for a haircut? Get up there.
Get up.
Get up there and sit down. Fabulous, darling. Fabulous. Hey, Tyson. You know what you can sell. Tyson's like, are you going to measure me? All right, let's see. 20 inches. The
Whoa.
belly, 8 inches, buddy. The official measure.
Oh, it's kind of different.
Yeah, I mean, if you stretch it out, it's probably 10 on most of them if they're stretched.
These
That
are the
one's pretty
ones
long.
from the back.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably 10 or 11 stretched out.
Oh my god.
That circumference
Scout
is
yourself.
big. Probably 4 inches of circumference. All right, there you have it. There is the final product. And here is the other final product. Oh gosh. Look at all this hair that is still here after cutting that off and then shaving it. There's still so much hair.
An entire head of hair.
It's crazy. All right, you ready to see it?
Yeah.
She's never seen me with my face shaved. Which you guys are going to see in a second. That will be a reveal.
It looks. I can't. You're holding the camera. Yeah, your face looks naked. It looks different, that's for sure. I've never seen it like that.
All right, you guys ready for the big reveal? Drum roll. And there it is. Oh man, it is so weird. This actually didn't feel so weird, like having my head shaved. I've had my head shaved many times. But this, I have not shaved any of my face in like, it's probably been about 10 years. Maybe even longer that I've seen my actual skin. But yeah, this is it. And I would say, seems to be worth it. We got a lot of hair. I'm kind of shocked at how much hair is there after doing it. So pretty excited. I think it's gonna sell decent, maybe. I mean, this is all a process I've never done. I don't fully know how to do this. I'm just kind of jumping into it blind. So I'll jump forward when we figure out more about what's going on. And what's up, guys? Here I am. I'm looking different than I just was a second ago because it's actually been a little bit over a week since I recorded that last one. And that's because if you can't tell, I actually got sick and I'm still kind of not feeling completely better. My voice was actually completely gone there for a little bit. I couldn't talk for a few days, but I'm feeling a little bit better now. And getting back into selling my hair, figure out how to sell this hair. But as you can see, some of it's kind of come back. My beard's come back, my hair's growing back a little bit, but I am now searching for how do you sell your hair? What's the best way to sell your hair? I've got a lot of hair, like it's a pretty big bundle. So I'm thinking, should be worth a good, decent amount. Like I'm actually looking up stuff. It seems like it should be okay. But my first starting point on how to sell your hair, of course, is searching Google. How to sell your hair. So one of the things that I'm finding is my hair color is kind of good. It's kind of desirable because it's like a dark blonde and it has natural highlights. So that's looking good because that's like kind of bumping the price up. And it's of course thick because there's a lot of hair there. So I mean, prices are kind of all over the place. But from what I can tell, I'm hoping to get somewhere around $200 for it. That might be optimistic. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of what I'm going to try to shoot for based off what I'm seeing. And looking through stuff to figure out where to sell hair, I've basically found like 2 places that seem like they're probably the best. One is eBay, of course, which probably leaning towards doing just because I'm an eBay seller and like I kind of just want to sell there. It's probably not the best place to sell, but. And number 2 is this website called Hair Salon. That looks like it's actually a pretty good place to sell your hair. They've got latest hair for sale. Definitely looks like they got some good prices. The one thing I don't like as much about this, which kind of is a good thing, is that they actually charge for you to sell on here. So you can see they've actually got advertising charges, which It's kind of good because it keeps it from being like scammers and stuff. But they actually do have a hair price calculator. So you can type all your stuff in to see what they estimate the price to be. So if I calculate that, it says my hair is $294, which is honestly pretty crazy, around 300 bucks. And maybe that's kind of where I'll list it more on eBay and then see if I can get like offers and stuff. Because obviously I want to sell it quick. And because of another issue of why I need to sell it quick, I didn't really know this. And I didn't have a choice because I needed to cut my hair. But it literally says at the top, rule number 1, don't cut your hair until payment has been received. So a lot of places say like, don't cut it so that it's fresh when you go to sell it. It's still pretty fresh, but I wish I could have waited to cut it until it actually sold. Okay, so I did a little more looking. I'm kind of torn here because like I said, I'm leaning towards selling on eBay, but it looks like Hair Salon definitely sells for more money, and the listing fee is $20, plus you have to pay PayPal fees because you'll want to get paid as a transaction so that they have protection for you. But $20 is not so bad, and on eBay it's not like you don't have to pay fees because you're going to have to pay final value fees, which, you know, if I sell for like $200 might be $20 anyway, because that might be like 10%. I think eBay usually is probably somewhere around like 12 or 13% fees actually on most listings. But yeah, the listing fee on Hair Salon, it's a lifetime listing for individual hair for $20. I think that's just for this one listing. Okay, so I just pulled my hair out to actually measure it, the thickness around, to make sure I had it right. And I used a sewing measuring tape. You can actually tell a lot better. And it's actually like 5 inches thick, which is kind of crazy because it's about 10 inches long. So the thickness is like half the length of the whole hair. Kind of crazy, but that's what it is. So I'm gonna put that into the hair calculator. That actually says $368. And I'm probably like undercutting it because it's kind of like more like 5.5 inches thick, and some of it's 11 inches. Probably most of it's about 11 inches long. So if I put that in, it says $445, which is kind of nuts, but maybe that means I should shoot for more like $350 on here and do like a best offer. I think I'm leaning towards selling on Hair Salon now and not eBay. I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet, pay the $20, and just hope that it sells on here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I just think it's a much better system to sell your hair versus trying to sell on eBay. All right, now it actually wants me to weigh the hair to see how much it weighs. I gotta grab my eBay scale. All right, let's see how much I actually cut off. How much weight did I lose that day I cut my hair? So 5.7 ounces, so about 6 ounces. Kind of crazy to think about. That's how much weight I lost, and I actually had to cut some more after that too, because it's not like that was all my hair and my beard too. So that's a lot of weight in hair to think about like losing for cutting it off. I wouldn't expect it to be that much. I think I'm ready to go. I think I got my whole listing ready to go on Hair Salon. I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet, pay the $20. I think it probably will sell for more money and probably quicker this way. Definitely seems like they got a lot more going on and better buyer market. I hope that's true. I hope I'm not just wasting $20 and then nothing ends up happening. But here is the listing. So I'm listing it in the category blonde hair. So I listed it 10 inches long, 5 inches thick, wavy dark blonde, male virgin hair with natural highlights, no dyes, smoking, or heat processing. So the price I'm starting at is $350. I'm kind of hoping that you can send offers and stuff because since it's already cut, that might be like too expensive for it. And then I need to upload some images, and boom, there are my photos. That's the main one I'm gonna use as the thumbnail image because I feel like it kind of shows it the best. But that's what I got. Then there's the haircut. Look at how happy I was back when I had hair. I didn't look like this. But all right, that's it. I got everything set up, so let's go ahead and list it. It says review your listing, have a coupon code. Well, now you know I gotta go searching for one. I was on this website greenpromocode.com that I searched. It says 25% off listing. Use code 25double, and what do you know, it actually worked. It gave me $5 off. That just shows that just taking a few seconds to try something is worth it, because I just saved $5. I really did not expect that to work. There it is, 10 inches long, 5 inches thick, wavy dark blonde male virgin hair. There I am. And here's where you can see if it has any views. So it says no views yet. I'll update you guys in a few days to see how many views it's gotten or anything. Hopefully it's gotten some views. Or if it's sold. I mean, that would be amazing if it sells really quickly, but we'll see. I don't know. This is all part of the video to see what this is like. And I'm kind of glad I'm doing Hair Salon because it's like a new thing, kind of get to feel what it's like. And if it does sell for a good price, I mean, $15 and then shipping. That's not too bad. That's probably better than what it would be on eBay, and it's probably going to sell for more. Glad to try it out. It's actually a pretty simple process. I've liked it so far, but we'll see what we can get. I'll catch back up with you guys in a few days to update you on what's happening with it. All right, guys, it has been, I think it's been like 5 days since I last did that video. You can see I got a new haircut. I don't just have my buzzed head. Starting to look a little bit better. I'm going to do an update on kind of what's going on with Hair Salon. Hasn't sold yet. So here is the listing and you can see the views. So 164 people have viewed this listing. So the good news with that is people are seeing it. So that's at least good, but it's also kind of bad news because it means people aren't responding to it. They're not trying to buy it. And of course, I'm thinking the first thing is just probably lower my price. The price is maybe too high. I know because I've already had to cut my hair off instead of having it on my head and saying I'll cut it when someone buys it. That could be affecting it. Maybe people don't want to buy it as much. And we're kind of coming up onto like close to a month since I cut it. I don't know how long like hair lasts once it's been cut, like starts to degrade. I mean, I'm keeping it in a Ziploc bag. It's dry. Nothing wrong with it, so it looks fine. Everything still looks fine right now, but that could be affecting it some. I'm not really sure, but I think for right now what I'm probably going to do, I had it listed at $350 because it told me maybe around like $450, so I thought I was already undercutting it. I may drop it down to $250 just because, I mean, if I made 250 bucks, that'd be awesome anyway. I really don't care. Anything I sell it for, I'm going to be excited for. But yeah, I think I'm going to change that to $250 and we'll see what we get from that. Fingers crossed we get some emails about it or something, because I definitely don't want it to go to waste. And I was looking at like, if it doesn't sell, maybe I'll just donate it somewhere. But then it looked like they were like, you had to not have cut it yet too. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with it if it doesn't sell here, but I'll figure that out if I come to it. Hopefully it just sells, but I'll check back with you guys in a little bit and let you know kind of what's going on with it. Okay, so I gotta show you guys this. I was searching to see how long hair lasts after you cut it, which says it lasts like a year or longer, so I think it's fine. But when I was searching into Google, this is what it showed. So I type into Google, how long does hair last? The first result is, how long does hair last after death? And then the next result is, how long does hair last on a dead body? Who is Googling that? I mean, maybe that has something to do with, I don't know, being a mortician or something, but what in the world? Well, guys, guess what? It has been, we were coming up on 2 months. We were getting pretty close to 2 months. I was losing hope a little bit. And guess what? Finally came in an offer for my hair. And look, I gotta be honest, I was definitely about ready to give up and say, this isn't gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to sell this. And I hadn't told you guys yet, but I tried to actually lower the price. I think I told you I went down to $250, but then I actually just set it for send me offers and didn't even have a price on it. And that is actually where the offer came in. Just at the buzzer. I can't believe it actually ended up getting an offer, but this is what happened and this is the story behind it. So first off, I get an email and I see that there's an email with somebody requesting something, and I just got so excited because I was like, I don't even care at this point. Like, I will take whatever to just have somebody buy it. And yeah, so that offer came in and the person was asking if I would take $100 for it. And obviously at that point, yeah, I would take $100. I was fine with taking $100. But that eBay side of me kicked in where it was like, but you could probably ask for a little more. So this part was scary because I was like, I'll just say, could you do 150 and see what they say? So that's what I did. I sent them an offer for 150 and said, could you do that instead? And that was pretty scary because they didn't respond the rest of the night. So at that point I was kind of thinking, oh man, did I just ruin this? Did I just say too high and now they don't even want to buy it? Now they're not going to respond to me. But the next day I wake up to an email saying yes with a smiley face. So they were more than happy to pay 150. So I was really glad that I asked that, because also I had already paid 15 bucks. I was going to have to ship it, and then there's PayPal fees with getting the order. So $100 was going to be pretty low. I mean, of course I would take it, but I would probably only be making like $80-ish. Still great, but I thought I might take that extra push and it worked out. But yeah, I sent that invoice and I officially got paid the $150, took some PayPal fees out for it. I sold it on PayPal. It tells you to do that. And I figured that was the best because you can add tracking and stuff. They've got protection for buyers and sellers, so it's just a good place to do that, just like working with eBay. But yeah, so it sold for 150, way less than the, I think they were saying like, wasn't it 400 at first, or maybe even more? That was it, like 500 on the list. So I would say those appraisals are probably pretty far off, and if you cut your hair already, you probably need to go ahead and list it lower, because then you're going to start running out of time because the hair is sitting there already cut. But yeah, it's sold. So now I got to move on to the shipping process of it. And then I'm going to tell you guys a little story about why the person's buying my hair. And it's hilarious. And I'm so glad that I found out where my hair is going. But I'll tell you guys that in a second at the end of the video. I hope it's still in here. It has been a while. There it is, just where I left it. Still looks good. Kind of gross looking still, but there it is. All right, let's take this and ship it. Kind of feels weird looking at this, thinking this used to be on my head. All right, so let's see what we got for shipping. So it is really light, obviously, because it's hair. So there's like two options. There's just sending it first class. That's the cheapest option there is. And then you can send it priority mail. So I think what I'm going to do is just send it priority mail, small flat rate box, because it'll fit in there well. That's faster. That's kind of more secure. I mean, first class is still good too, but they're not that much difference in price too, and that comes quicker. But yeah, USPS priority mail, where the person lives, they're actually in Oregon, so they're like as far away as possible, but that is $8.10. The nice thing is too, when you sell on PayPal, you get discounted rates because you get like the bulk rates or whatever they're called. So it's nice because that's like $2 cheaper than if you just had to ship USPS yourself. But yeah, let's get this boxed up and sent out. All right, there it is, my 2 years of work ready to be shipped out. There it goes. There goes my hair. So let's talk about how much money I actually made doing this, because that's what matters. So I got paid $150. PayPal fees were $4.98, which left me with $145.02. And then from there, I spent $8.09 on shipping and $15 listing it. Well, in total, I made $121.93, which honestly, I'm pretty happy about. I was happy to make anything doing it. Okay, so the best part about all this is I found out the person who bought it is in like a tribute rock band to Led Zeppelin, and they bought it because they said my hair looks like the lead singer Robert Plant. Which, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but it's kind of like the same curl, so I guess that's what they're talking about. But I just thought that was pretty funny, and like the cherry on top of trying to sell my hair, knowing that it's going to be worn by somebody in a Led Zeppelin rock band. I feel pretty good about that. That's kind of cool. Okay, so overall, selling my hair, making $121. I think it's pretty great. I'm pretty excited I was able to make a little money off selling it when I needed to cut it. I guess I'm pretty happy with Hair Salon. There was a ton of views. I think it said like 270 people viewed my listing, so probably listed too high right from the beginning. So if you're gonna sell on there, I would say probably don't necessarily go with what their rates are. They might be a little bit too high, but also who knows, could be because I'm a guy, could be because maybe my pictures weren't the best, could be because it was already cut. Maybe you'll have a different experience if you sell on there. But overall, it was a decent experience. I'm glad I actually did go with Hair Salon in the end. And I'm glad I tried to sell it, because hey, $121 is $121, and I'm pretty happy with it in the end. So that is it. One of the strangest ways I think I've made money in my life. I've donated plasma. Maybe that's a little bit weirder, actually giving like, well, it's not blood, but giving plasma to make money. But selling your hair, definitely a strange way to make money, but hey, it worked. But overall, decent experience, and I recommend it. I think there actually is an affiliate link you guys can use. So if there is, I'll put that down below in the description if you want to try Hair Salon. Thank you guys. If you guys like the video, remember to do the cheapest thing you can today. Tap that like button and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming out. Like I said, there's some big news coming out pretty soon. And I will see you guys in the next one. And remember, stay cheap.
Hey, you better be saving that money. Don't you be spending it now. You're still here watching this? You might as well just subscribe. Why would you not at this point?